All right, so this story is interesting. Fatal employment. And this is something we already know, but women just like to ignore this. Men are 10 times more likely than women. People like to say woman. I call them waymen. To be killed at work. And if you're in the military, by the way, it's way more than that, man. Way more. More like almost 50 times higher. Because women in the military, they don't really get put into dangerous situations very often. Boy, yeah, that female oppression, you ladies, whoo, yeah. You're not the cannon fodder, but boy, you're oppressed. Yeah, you got an easy job. You'll almost never put yourself at risk, even if you join the military. But wow, you're oppressed. Yeah, you're like second-class citizens. Men are getting their heads blown off, having to storm Iwo Jima, having to storm the beaches of Normandy. Meanwhile, the ladies are back in America. Hoo-hoo. What was that broad? The Riveter? Yeah, she's got the fucking arm showing her muscles. Yeah. Sandy the Riveter or some fucking name, I forget. Some woman name. Some wayman name. Yeah. Oh, that's so oppressive. I'm having to work in a factory while my man is out there getting his head blown off. I'm so oppressed. Woe is me. So commercial fishing remains America's most deadly occupation. Yeah, you've seen that show. What was it? Deadliest Catch? This went downhill. I haven't watched that thing in years. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics releases its annual census of fatal occupational injuries on December 18th, with the data likely being surprising to some people. Only those who are not red-pilled and aware of the real world and how it works. Looking at 139 separate occupations and discrete industries, they didn't look at the military, by the way. An obvious pattern quickly emerges. The safest workplaces are indoors, and the safest occupations frequently require education beyond high school. Yeah. The most deadly occupations, on the other hand, are outside and often involve operating equipment. Makes sense? This largely drives the huge difference in workplace fatalities. It also drives the huge difference, well, not that huge really, it's not as big a gap as it should be, in the wage disparity. Earnings disparity. There's no wage gap. It's an earnings gap. And this is why men earn more, you dumb bitches. You want to earn as much? Go work jobs as dangerous as a man. And then tell me if there's a fucking earnings gap. Dopey broads. So this drives the huge difference in workplace fatalities between men and women, with 4,761 men dying on the job in 2017 compared to... Oh, this number is rich! 386 women. Three numbers. 386 women died in 2017 on the job. Oh my God! Compared to 4,761 men. Well, that's more than 10 times. I can do math pretty good. That's good enough. That's more like 11 times. No, 12. Holy, more like 12, 13 times. What the fuck? The fatality rate for men was about 10 times. That's more than 10 times. Times that of women? Oh my God. 5.7 per 100,000 versus 0.6 for women. But I thought you were oppressed. I thought the oppressed classes were the ones that were down there in the fucking coal mines swinging pickaxes and manually removing the fucking coal and working the most dangerous jobs and being cannon fodder when there was a war. What is this bullshit? You're oppressed. Go fuck yourself, ladies. Fuck you. Oppressed my ass. Working with computers, in hospitals, in businesses, and finance, as well as teaching. Teaching, yeah. Doesn't pay very well, ladies, but you love that job, don't you? You love the fact that there's 7% of you teaching, and like 13% men. But you don't complain. Where's the equality? It should be 50-50. Should be 50% women, 50% men. No, we don't care about equality. When it benefits us. When it benefits us to be the majority, right? Yeah, we don't care if the industry is overwhelmingly women. We only care if it's overwhelmingly men. Then we need to get in there, unless, of course, it's dangerous. Then we don't want the job. And then we bitch and moan about not making as much, but risk drives up salary. Dummies. Oh, boy. So, with fatality rates per hours worked about 1/10 of the national average in these easy jobs. On the other side of the ledger, the four most dangerous occupations were in commercial fishing, logging, tree falls on your fucking head, that'll do it, aircraft pilots, and roofers, roofing. Regarding pilots and flight engineers, I was just imagining some dude falling off a roof. Regarding pilots and flight engineers, 59 died at work in 2017. You got sucked into the engine probably. Hooey vey. That's a horrible way to go. That noted, air travel is far safer than other modes of transportation. Most of these unfortunate deaths involve smaller aircraft, such as helicopters. Yeah, some dummy jumping up and down while the blades are spinning. Don't want to jump too high when that's going on. Rather than large commercial airliners. Thankfully for our first responders, police and sheriff patrol officers didn't make the top 20. Yeah, people think police officers, that's one of the most dangerous jobs. It's really not. The Bureau of Labor Statistics cites 95 deaths in uniform for a rate of 12.9 workplace deaths for 100,000, placing law enforcement as the 25th most dangerous occupation in 2017. Firefighters, on the other hand, suffered 34 fatalities in 2017 for a fatal workplace injury rate that was the closest to the overall national average of any of the 135 occupations or industries that we surveyed. Many first responder fatalities happen in connection with responding to the scene. Being in a moving vehicle is risky. Well, yeah. Bartenders and other employees working in drinking establishments come in 27th. Fuck me. Bartenders don't make enough money. It's about as dangerous as being a cop, and you get paid peanuts. No wonder AOC wanted a new job as a congresswoman. Showing that stupid stuff tends to happen around large amounts of alcohol. The oil and gas extraction industry, once known for danger, saw a death rate of 8 per 100,000, placing that industry as the 43rd most dangerous out of 139 occupations or industries. Still, this fatality rate is a little more than double the national average. Occupational fatality rates at the state level reflect the occupations in that state. Alaska, for example, has a fatality workplace rate of 10.2 per 100,000. North Dakota, 10.1 per 100,000, had the highest workplace fatality rates in 2017. Fishing, logging, agriculture remain dangerous fields, yet essential if we want to eat and have shelter. See, these are the essentials, baby. A lot of the stuff that women do, non-essential. Non-essential, like that woman in the last story wanted to buy all these little tchotchkes and crap. Non-essential. But I have no meaning in my life, even though I have a kid. But I have no meaning, because I'm a narcissistic cunt, and I really can't see the value in people. Only something that services me and is for me. Me. The safest states in 2017 were New Hampshire, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. As the construction trades, especially roofing, are relatively dangerous, the low rates of occupational fatalities in these states are likely due to the low level of new home construction. Yeah. Occupational death rates by race and ethnicity reflect career choices as well as demographic concentrations. Okay. We owe much more of what we take for granted in our high standard of living to people willing to work in harsh and dangerous environments. Not people. Men! Men, bitches! You can have your little fucking hand badge and, oh, look at this hand cream. A Wayman created it. She jerked off 27,000 guys to get the sperm that went in this face cream. Woohoo! Yeah. But the essential shit is done by men, bitches. And that's why they make more than you. And you don't like it? Well, you're free. You're free to go get on a fucking fishing boat and catch that crab that you love to eat so much that this broad is probably complaining about she doesn't get enough of. You don't pay me enough to be a mother. I can't buy crab. You could, but then you wouldn't be able to buy those fucking shoes and other useless shit that gives meaning to your meaningless life, which could be a wonderful, fulfilling life if you saw the value in your fucking kid and your wonderful husband. Ay. I mean, I'm going to move on. Shit annoys me.